Probably one of the most frustrating things for investors, and the reason many investors quit, is because they just don't know what kind of expenses to expect in a property. So they buy a property expecting one thing, and those expectations are not met. At the end of the day, you're going to have problems with your property. You're going to have problems with the HVAC system. You're going to have a plumbing leak sooner or later. It's just going to happen. But when is it going to happen? That's what I look for when I walk through my properties. So let's take a look at this property and some of the main things. I'm going to look at foundation, look for pests, look at roof, look at HVAC system, look for plumbing, and see the big ticket items that might catch me by surprise if I'm not looking carefully. As I walk around the outside, I don't see any cracks in that foundation, and I don't see any little mud burrows, or you might see like a mud trail run up the side of the brick and into one of these slots. That's a common sign for pests, termites specifically. Looking at the roof, there's no signs of warping, and I also don't see any shiny beads or any shiny edges around the edges of the shingles, which tells me they are probably in pretty good shape. Likely a newer roof. Hard to say exactly when, but if you see shiny edges, that's not good. This house has a carrier unit, and carrier tells you how old it is in the serial number. So if you look at this, the first two numbers are the week of the year it was built. So this was built in the 31st week of the year and is built in 21. So this is a very new HVAC system still. So with plumbing, if you see a pipe like this that looks like metal pipe and it's kind of grayish in color, you don't want to see that in a house. These are called galvanized pipes, and essentially they can break and bust very easy in a freeze. Now in this case, it's actually for a gas line, so I really don't care. Those are not going to have problems. But what you do want to see is something like this. PVC is good quality pipe. It still can freeze and burst, but nonetheless much better than galvanized. And it doesn't have debris that builds up in it. And then you do want to especially see pipes like this. This is called PEX plumbing, and you got blue and red colors. They're usually much more flexible. These actually can expand as it freezes and not burst, which makes them the de facto now for plumbing. So if you see this, this is a good sign. You're not gonna have to replace plumbing in your whole house. Then when you look at your hot water tank heater, see it was built in May of 2021, that means you probably got 10 years on this. So with this property, I'm not gonna budget for a new roof for at least another 20 years. I'm not gonna budget for new AC for 10 years because it has a warranty. I'm not going to budget for any kind of foundation work or anything like that. And the plumbing is in good shape, which means I'm not going to budget for a replumb of the whole house. I'm just going to budget for the off case where maybe a toilet leaks or something like that. Maybe $300 to $800 on a work order for that over the next 10 years. So all in all, I can make a stronger offer and have a little bit thinner cash flow because I'm not going to have these big expenditures come up.